Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? Awesome. All right, so I'm here to talk to you today about protecting any application, whether it's in the cloud or on-prem. My name's Anisha Gupta, and I work on our Microsoft Cloud App Security team, where I focus on our real-time control solution set. So, why are we here today? We're going to address 3 questions. First, why do we even need to protect cloud apps in the first place? We're going to go over the cloud landscape and what problems exist today. 2, what are real-time controls and why do we even need them? I'll go over how real-time controls integrate within Microsoft Cloud App Security and talk to you in detail what they are. Third, we're going to extend real-time controls into any application. We're going to go through a demo together and understand how to implement this to any kind of application. So let's look at the cloud landscape. Today, cloud services require a new approach to security. First, over 1,000 different cloud services are used by an enterprise on average. Let's take a look into that. These cloud services have a number of different functionalities within them, and that's what we need to protect. Every second, over 73 data records are stolen. Think about that for a second. What if the last 73 items you worked on was given to your largest competitor? How would you recover from that? There's a 28% increase in cloud threats over the last year alone. Not only does this signal that there's a huge data loss that's happening, but that there's an exponentially increasing problem growing. 12% of IT teams understand what GDPR is today. This is a shockingly low number, and it's telling us that teams are unequipped to handle these forms of data loss, and they need the tools to help provide them to do so. That's why tools like Microsoft Cloud App Security exist today. Within Microsoft Cloud App Security, we're going to focus on our real-time controls. What are real-time controls? Well, real-time controls prevent data loss from happening instantaneously. So for example, if I have a sensitive information on my file and I try to upload it, we can block it from being uploaded. Let's take a look in some of these scenarios. Of course, the traditional grandma PC scenario. I'm going to grandma's house for the holidays, but of course, I need to access some sort of corporate file. So what am I going to do? Of course, I'm going to use grandma's machine that's riddled with malware. I don't care, I'm going to go ahead and open my file anyways. Now that file is compromised. So if only we could have blocked that download or upload before that actually was accessed. We can extend this capability, and we're able to block upload of different malware extension files. We can even allow a download, but protect it with a classification label and encrypt that content if it does have sensitive information. So how do our real-time controls work in the context of cloud app security? Well, let's take a deeper look. We have a user that's a marketing manager, everything looks fine, but they're coming in from an unmanaged device. We have no context in what this device is, where they're coming from. It could be a personal device itself. We're able to establish our unique integration with Azure Active Directory, where we're able to trigger a medium session risk. Once Azure AD tells us, hey, there's a kind of a risky session going on here, we're able to route the session to Cloud App Security. We grab a hold of that session, and we're able to implement context-aware session policies to be able to say, hey, on this application, we're going to allow viewing of that document, but we're going to block on download. So when we tried to extend this to any kind of application, what are some of the challenges we faced? First, we needed to address the number of applications in our environment. So there are a number of applications that are growing. This is a data point that I was talking about earlier. And how do we even tackle custom applications? Second, there's a number of different controls within each of these applications. How are we able to address each and every single one of them? Third, if we do try to address these controls within each application, we're going to get an inconsistent experience from application to application. So what we did is we said, hey, let's provide something in Microsoft Cloud App Security for any application that has a uniform set of controls. So we're able to prevent data exfiltration and infiltration scenarios, being able to block download, copying and pasting, uploading, printing, for any kind of application. But what does any app actually mean? Well, we have our set of featured applications. They're common household applications such as Box, AWS, and we want to be able to extend these capabilities not just for these featured applications, but for anything else, on-prem application, custom apps, and even more cloud applications today. We're able to use a simple onboarding process to integrate this. Instead of me talking to you about this, let me actually show you. So I'm going to go over a demo where I'm going to onboard Microsoft Forms. Microsoft Forms is not in our list of featured applications today, and what I'm going to walk you through is going through the admin perspective in Cloud App Security. So you'll see here, we have our Microsoft Cloud App Security dashboard, and I can go and highlight all of a number of things in here. But since I only have 20 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and go to our feature, Conditional Access App Control. Conditional Access App Control is our fancy feature name for real-time controls. What you'll see here is we have a number of applications that are already connected. We even have our featured applications in this list where you'll see access control and session control already enabled. Now, if we take a look at Forms, you'll see that has request session control in here. What we need to do is at the end, we want to deploy this to all of our different users, and all we have to do is click that single checkbox. But before I click that checkbox, I, as an admin, want to make sure and vet that Microsoft Forms is actually blocking those downloads. It's blocking those particular scenarios until I deploy that to all users. So what I'm going to do is first go through Azure AD. This is our first touch point. We're going to create a conditional access policy that I have here, where I'm being able to block download on Forms. And what you'll see is it's scoped to all users. It's going to be scoped to Microsoft Forms. And then you'll see that we have a session control in place. And this is our connection point between Azure AD and Microsoft Cloud App Security. So we're able to go in here and say, I want to block downloads. I could even extend this and use a custom policy where I can create custom policies within MCAS and go more granular in what I'm trying to block and when. For this purpose, I'm going to go ahead and block downloads. And you'll see, yes, it's scoped to all users. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself as an admin onboarder so that this is only applying to me. So after adding myself as an admin, what's going to happen is I'm actually going to go to Microsoft Forms. And you'll see that I'm directed to an admin onboarding page. Everyone else will be redirected to Microsoft Forms instantly. So Microsoft Forms needs to be onboarded. We just need to follow these 4 simple steps to onboard this particular application. One is what we already completed. Our test policy is our Azure AD policy. 2 is configuring an app in Microsoft Cloud App Security. I kind of cheated over here because Microsoft Forms is already recognized by MCAS. We have over 16,000 applications that are recognized by Cloud App Security today. So if you had a custom app, for example, you would need to go inside and add in that custom URL and configure it within Cloud App Security. 3, I need to download and configure a following self-signed root certificate. This is where the real-time controls behind the scenes take place. We leverage a reverse proxy technology where we're able to wrap that user session and understand what controls are they performing in the backend. So what you're going to see is that this URL forms.microsoft.com is going to be rewritten to forms.cas.ms. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to Microsoft Forms. You'll see my URL being rewritten. You'll even see an admin inside this URL. That again signifies that I'm an admin onboarder and I'm coming into this application to test it out, to vet it before I deploy session control for all users. So you'll also see at the bottom here, I have this admin toolbar. So if I'm experiencing or seeing any issues while testing out this application, I can simply just say report an issue. I can select a different issue type. And then I can say, hey, this is what did not work well. I can add pictures. And when you click submit, it goes directly to me and my team so we can triage and fix that solution, fix that issue right away. So I've looked at the functionality within Microsoft Forms, but I want to be able to test that block download in real time. So why did I choose Microsoft Forms in the first place? Well, I have a number of employees that end up just creating forms to get customer feedback. And so they might be able to get sensitive customer information on this particular application, and then they can download those responses on any kind of machine. So I want to prevent that from happening. So if I go and click this open in Excel here, what that's going to do is trigger a download action. And what you'll see once I'm downloading that action is it's going to be blocked, and it'll tell me that it's blocked by my organization's security policy. You'll also see that a tombstone file actually downloaded in its place, and if you open that, you'll say that the file was blocked because the data was not allowed to be downloaded. So now as an admin, I'm really happy with how everything is working. I'm going to go ahead and deploy this to all my users in my environment today. So I'm going to pivot back to the Cloud App Security portal, go under Conditional Access App Control, and then click that checkbox that I was showing you at the very beginning of this presentation. Now you'll see if I go back to Microsoft Forms, it has session control enabled. So, Microsoft Forms might not be your use case. So what I challenge you to do is find an application that does. Onboard that application and give us feedback in the admin view bar. Whether it's, hey, this is working awesomely, like I love this feature, or if there is an issue in your application, we'd love to hear it. Here are some resources for Cloud App Security if you're interested in learning more. We also have a number of sessions today, as well as the rest of this week, that you can come and view. And also visit us at the Microsoft Cloud App Security booth. We are just a little bit over there. Thank you so much.